These are the 6 audio filters you need while streaming to Twitch. I'm going to be taking one of these Fifine microphones that is a bestseller on Amazon, setting it up to sound perfectly in OBS. And if you follow along the steps, you too will be able to set it up perfectly for your environment, for your place, for your house. And at the end, I'll show you a little bonus on how to add VST plugins so you can change your voice or add some effects just like this.
Hello, how are you doing today? What's up, YouTube?
You could also do something like this. Alright, moving on to the bulk of the video. Now that we have our microphone plugged in and attached to our arm, what we're going to do is add this as a source into OBS. So we're going to hit the plus button under sources. We're going to go to audio input capture, and we're going to go and name this Fifine microphone. So go ahead and select your device. Because it's a USB device, the name is in there and it should be easy to find. Fifine microphone's right there. I'll click that and click OK. Now that it's added, you should be able to see lines going up and down. Specifically with this microphone, if you don't see any bars coming up, then you're going to have to spin this gain switch on the bottom to start seeing some volume come in on the OBS. So that's perfect. We got that started. I did mute it so that you didn't get double mics. Let me switch over the mics. Let me change to the Fifine microphone. You'll see what the Fifine microphone just sounds like. We're going to put the gain on the knob all the way up. So if you're talking in your microphone, the audio bar is moving in the OBS, and it should be going into the yellow. If it's going into the red, this is what you want to do. Put the gain switch down a little bit until you get into the yellow range. So now we're in the yellow range when we're talking normally. We're going to go ahead and find the Fifine microphone source, click on it, go to filters, and open that up. Now the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to add a gain. But if you can't hear your microphone audio while you're testing, this is what I want you to do. Go to your audio mixer, go to the 3 dots, go to your advanced audio properties, and then find Fifine microphone and put it to monitor and output. So now you should be able to hear your voice. So now that you can hear your voice, we're going to go ahead and add our first filter, which is a gain filter. You don't want to add too much gain anytime, but you do want to make sure that your voice is adding to the middle of the yellow. So if your voice isn't going to the yellow, or for some reason you can't adjust it down, you will have to bring it down and make sure it is in the yellow, right above the green and in the yellow. So it's a perfect sweet spot, and it's a really nice spot to be. And then the next thing we want to do is add a noise suppression. And the reason we want to add a noise suppression next is so that OBS filters out the noise before it adds all these other effects on. Try to add a bunch of effects and then filter out the noise. It's going to cause your CPU to work harder to filter out that noise because you're adding a lot more inputs before the noise suppression. So what you want to do is put noise suppression second. You want to set it to RNN noise if you have a pretty good CPU. I've never noticed a difference in performance between these two. But if you have a really low-end CPU, then you might want to use the SPEEX or Speaks, whatever that is. And the next filter that we're going to add is going to be the 3-band equalizer. A 3-band equalizer is a little extra filter to give your voices a boost in the direction you want it to go. So let's say you have a high-pitched voice and you want to bring your highs down a little bit. You don't want to get it too loud. You can drop it down a decibel, make it a little bit lower, and you can boost your highs so that you feel like you have a little bit more of a warm voice. If you put the mids low and then everything back to normal, you should have a more professional broadcasting type voice. I'm not sure how that works, but that's just kind of the idea behind it. So I usually set this just to make it sound right, make it sound the way I want it to sound. I don't love that my voice is high pitched, so I might bring that down a little bit, and I might bring up the lows just a tiny bit and a little bit on the highs. Bring the mids down just a little bit. Now, I feel like my voice is a little bit more warm, and I'll accept this. The fourth filter we're going to add is going to be the expander, and the expander is a really important filter because it's going to allow you to sit a little bit further away from your microphone, and you should be able to hear the expander in action when we slide it up and down. So if we set the attack to 1 millisecond and the release to 100, perfect. Set the threshold to be a little bit louder based on where we are on the volume. I'm not changing my voice at all. I'm talking the same. And as you slide this, you can hear my voice. So you want to find a very sweet spot that works for you, because when you get close, it will get a little bit louder without the compressor on, which is in the next step. Far away, it should be amplifying your voice up to the specified volume, which is right in the middle of the yellow. So these settings look good. You can mess with yours specifically for your house, depending on your environmental noise and stuff like that. This setting is really important because now you can talk a little bit quieter and your volume is still raised up so that your audience can hear you even if you're, whispering like this. The next one we're going to put on is a compressor. And a compressor is the opposite of the expander. So what we're going to want to do is start yelling into the mic. So we want to try to get as loud as possible. We turn this off and we can get really loud. Well, we turn this on and we can't get really loud anymore. And we do want to adjust it just a little bit and bring it down. And just so that when you're yelling, like yelling, like rah, you're good. But when you're talking quietly, it's still working the way it should. And that is the magic of the compressor and the expander working together to create a perfect amplifying and dampening experience for your viewers. And the last filter you want to round out your professional filters is a limiter. And this limiter will just be your final line of defense. What you want to do is put it all the way down to 0 and then set this to -0.01. And that's perfect because if for some reason your compressor doesn't pick up and compress it, then this will save you by stopping it from going past the red and past 0 and into the positive dBs, which you do not want at all for your audience. And now we have a perfect audio setup for a Fifine microphone and our voice is sounding much better. I can show you this by turning off the filters as we go, and you can see that my voice starts getting a little bit worse and worse. It's not bad, but it's not as good as when you have this on. You really get an amplified experience, and you have the peace of mind that you're not going to make your audience's ears bleed, which is probably the biggest thing here. All right, you're going to go to your favorite browser, and you're going to go type in Auburn Sounds into the Google search, and you're going to go find the Gryon link. This Gryon link is the auto-tune changer that I was using earlier. It's a free download. You can download the free edition or you can buy the full edition for $29. And then when that's finished, go ahead and open this in your folder. And when that's done, you're going to want to extract these files down into your downloads, and then you'll get a folder. Open that folder, go to your Windows, or I guess if you're on Mac or Linux, you can go ahead there and go to the Gryon installer. You just double click the installer to start the install, and you have to agree to some terms. Go ahead and click I agree. And then what you need is actually just a VST2 plugin, so you can uncheck these if you'd like, and let it automatically save into your program files VST Plugins. And once you're done, it will just be ready to use. So then we open it back up to our OBS. We go to our Fifine microphone, go to Filters, and we want to add a VST 2.x plugin right there. And this one we'll call Auto-Tune, and we'll select Auburn Sounds Gryon right here. To turn on auto-tune, you just have to turn this on and then select some keys that you wish your voice to be auto-tuned in. And I don't know music that well, so I don't know which ones are the correct ones to select, but it's a lot of fun to play with. And there's also a couple of different things you can do here with the pitch shift. You can also add a like a
Deep voice or a demon voice, go all the way down.
Or you can go up into the chipmunky voice and increase it there.
So there's a lot of stuff you can do with just these knobs in just a short amount of time that really increases your audio game on Twitch. Same thing with the other one, VST Plugin Valhalla Supermassive. Scroll down just a little, install for Windows, you click Windows. For Mac, you're gonna install on Mac. And it's the same process. You're going to extract it, save it, install it, and then once you go into your OBS, you should be able to open this up, go to VST 2.x plugin, click, or let's name this Reverb, open up Valhalla Supermassive, open your plugin, and there you go. Now you can always just click these eyeballs to turn them off and on. It's super easy to turn off and on. And if you have a Stream Deck, you can actually hook that filter up to a button so you can turn on auto-tune at the click of a button. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please drop a like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Peace.